What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Hearthstone Power. I was sorry for the lack of videos. I was out of town this week in Chicago for a week. Just got back yesterday, and I'm back home in the warm environment of Miami. So I'm happy to be home. And of course, we had some great content come out while I was away. We had the Twitch stream of I think it was four duels that they did. Yeah, 4 duels that they did live with questions and stuff like that, which was very exciting. Got a chance to watch that while I was away. And I'm going to break this down into each of the duels that we saw and just do a shoutcast from my perspective and my opinion. And that's what we're going to do. So let's get into the fun. Alright, so right now we're looking at the Priest versus the Druid. Now this is the first time I believe we're seeing it from the priest's perspective. So let's slow down just a little bit and look at this opening hand here. Some new cards we're looking at here, and we can already see right now well, I know from looking at the cards in the list on the database on, for example, like Hearthstone spot, that the priest healing cards have great synergy when they're combined with the card called, I think, Achinai Soul Priest or Shadow Priest, something like that. Basically, it turns your heals into damage cards. That is extremely appealing to me, and I will be playing the Priest deck early, I think, when I play. If I don't play the Mage, I'll be playing the Priest, just because I love Shadow Priests. I think they're really fun to play. So you can see right now, you've got a Holy Nova on the left here, which does it's a good board clearing spell. So you can hang on to that, to save your butt later. You've got that Golden Cold Light Oracle, which is the Battle Cry ability is pretty good. It gives 2 cards to each player, so it's helps your opponent out, helps you out, but you've got a 2/2, so it's debatable whether that's a great Battle Cry ability or not. The Greater Heal, I think it's a great idea replacing that card, because you don't need the heals just yet this soon, so dump that card. And the Northshire Cleric looks pretty good. Whenever a minion is healed, draw a card. I think that's pretty good. Just a good, solid, low cost minion. So you want to get some cards early on in the game. Now, did I say this was a shoutcast? We're going to do a kind of an analysis. They move a little bit slow in the video to do too much of a shoutcast, so we're going to do some analysis. Alright, Shadow Word Pain. Pretty good for 2 resources. Destroy minion with 3 attack or less. I like it. Alright. Innervate's a great starting card from the Druid. Lets you, look at this, gets to cast a 3 resource cost creature on turn 1. Always a good, Innervate's great early on in the game. There's the card I was talking about, the Achinai Soul Priest. And really quick, I'll pause it really quick. The Priest's ability is 2 resources to heal, 2 damage. And we already know the Druids, so just wanted to point that out really quick. Alright, so once you put that Soul Priest in play, lets you turn all your heals into direct damage, which is very versatile if you have a lot of cards that heal. So usually healing costs less than the same amount of damage. The Acidic Swamp Boost is a great card. If I were the Druid, I would have saved it till the Priest had a weapon. However, the Priest probably does not have many weapons in his deck, so he probably knows his deck well enough to know that the Priest doesn't have weapons. So, still, maybe would have held on to a little bit longer. Alright, good play by the Priest, playing Shadow Word Pain on that minion. A little out of control there, summoning 2 imps. Alright, he does his Shapeshift ability, +1 attack, +1 armor, and swings for 1 at the Priest. Now if you notice down there, the Priest has 32 health, and the Priest did start at 35. It is a new mechanic they are trying. Well, not really a mechanic. It's a way to balance out the first and the second player. Apparently they thought the first player whose turn was first, had a higher advantage, so they decided to try out if the second person had an extra 5 health to start with. Again, this is just alpha, they're adjusting everything. So he did play that Murloc, and each of them got to draw 2 cards. Alright, so he does have a Greater Heal and the Soul Priest, so that's a good opportunity to do damage. So let's see what happens here. Alright, clears the board a little bit. And another Imp Master. Imp Master is a really cool card. We're seeing this in a lot of decks. We also see it in the Paladin deck soon, which I'll cover soon. Alright, Dark Command is really neat. I like it. If you have any kind of creature that lets you sacrifice, or something like that, or you can... What you want to do is you want to steal the creature and run it into an enemy creature that does kill it, so that they do not get their creature back. That's usually how you want to play it. Alright, and let's see. I don't know if Greater Heal is the best played right now. Yeah, Druid's got 5 cards over there. We've got a lot of cards. We've got the card advantage, but we do not have board control right now, and we are a little bit dipped in health. He's able to do 11 damage to us already, which is a lot. Alright, so he does heal 10. I mean, in my opinion, it's kind of a waste of turn. You healed for 10, and now you don't get to do anything. Wish you could have done something else. Alright, let's see what he did. Did he draw 3 cards? Okay, yeah, definitely draw. Drawing cards is very, very good for the Druid. So the Priest is taking some more hits here, and the Priest is having to play defensively right now, which is unfortunate. Now I mean, all his cards right now are very defensive, I think. I don't like that card, Mind Games. Puts a random minion from the opponent's deck into your play. It's too random for my liking. So it could be good, but it could be really bad. Now he is going to play, it looks like he's going to play this card, the Soul Priest. Now, if it survives, he's got great versatility on his hands. But if it doesn't survive, then it's kind of a waste. I mean, considering he used 2 cards to keep this thing as high health as possible. Let's see what happens. Yeah, the Druid knows to get... Oh, look at that. Starfall. 5 damage to the enemy. Yeah, the Druid knows he's got to get that thing off the board. Otherwise, he was looking at a lot of damage coming his way. Unfortunately, he did kill it, so... Alright, Mind Control. That's pretty good. It's a high mana cost of 8, but being able to permanently steal one of your opponent's minions is obviously very, very good. Alright, so he did get the Knife Juggler with the Mind Games, which is a pretty good card, I would say. Now, we'll see if he can kill that imp with the random effect. That's what he wants to do. Nope. So right now, the Priest is not having the best of luck right now. Would have been nice if he can get rid of that imp with the random effect. Knife Juggler is a cool card. You're seeing Knife Juggler on a lot of decks too. Alright, whenever you cast a spell, summon a 1/1. Okay, that's great if you have the Knife Juggler on your side of the field, because you're going to be summoning lots of 1/1s, and that Knife Juggler is going to be dealing random damage across the board. Alright, is he going to deal 1 damage and draw a card? Nope, he did 3 damage. Okay, he did 3 damage to kill that minion. Another Innervate. Innervate's great. Such a cool card. I really like the versatility of the Druid with the drawing of the cards and getting extra mana crystals. Alright, another Wrath. Wow, okay, so the board is wide open for the Druid to attack next turn if he can't get something in play. He did draw Shadow Form. Shadow Form is really cool. You look purple and transparent. And, good stuff like that. Alright, Holy Nova. It's a good play. Good play, good play, good play. And he does heal himself for 2. Now that, minion is still down, still alive, has 3 health left. But definitely the right play, I think, clearing the board like that. So, looking good. Looking okay for the Priest. I wouldn't say looking good. But he is higher, does have higher health right now. So, I mean, that is something. Oh, Cenarius. Wow. Great card. 2 Treants, and they do have Taunt, which is incredible. That will protect that minion on the left there. Because he wants to protect that minion for sure right now. Now, not a lot of plays the Priest can do right now. He could mind control Cenarius, but fortunately he's just really taking the big body, the 5/8 body. He doesn't really get to use his effect. I mean, he could mind control one Treant and run it into the other, but I mean, that's not really what you want to do. I think the right player is to mind control Cenarius. Yeah, that's probably what he can do right now. He has another Mind Games he could play, but that's not going to wield him anything good, I don't think. He could Dark Command, but then he'll be able to do anything else. He could do a Shadow Form and something like that. He's only got 8 mana, So he can't do anything else if he does mind control. So maybe that's the choice he's thinking about. Okay, he's gonna mind control Cenarius. I think that's the right play here. And end the turn. Alright, now the Druid, he can take out Cenarius, but it's going to take a lot of effort. I don't think that's the best choice because he's going to be dealing 5 damage back and forth to all the minions that attack him. Alright, the raid leader gives +1 attack to all his creatures. And, oh wow, great. Soul the Forest, very, very cool. Wow. Really cool. And when any of those guys die now, he's going to get a minion that gets summoned because they all have Death Rattle. Summon a minion. Man, he really wants the Knife Juggler in play right now, for sure. So it's a good thing he's not there. Alright, the Priest takes a beating, and another 1 damage from the Druid. Now, he did draw Mass Dispel last turn. I think that's going to help him right here. Let's check that out. Silence all enemy minions and draw a card. What that does is that will remove all text. There you go. All text from all those creatures on the field. So they're basically just numbers now. No taunt. Nothing. Great move there, doing Mass Dispel. Alright, let's see what he does. He's going to control that guy. He's going to run it into something, and they're both going to die. That's what you want to do. Whenever you Dark Command, you definitely want to try to lose that creature if you can. It does kill off the Violet... was it Violet Teacher, I think? And I don't know if I would have wasted that on... I mean, Cenarius does not have Taunt, so it's not like healing him does anything. We'll see what happens. I think I would have held on to the Circle of Healing just a little bit longer. And maybe played Mind Games to get another minion on the field. I guess he was trying to protect Cenarius. Alright, he summoned the Cult Master. Whenever one of his minions dies, he draws a card. So the Druid has lots of draw power. The Druid's actually looking like a pretty fun deck to play as well. I love card draw. I usually like to play the blue color in Magic the Gathering because I really like card draw. It's all about card advantage. Alright, swipe. To finish off Cenarius and to do a little bit of damage to the Priest as well. See, he poured all that, well, not all, a lot of resources, but he poured that 1 card, the Circle of Healing, to heal Cenarius, and he didn't make it anyway. So in my opinion, I don't think you should have put all your eggs in one basket, especially with all the direct damage and stuff like that this Druid has. It seems that the Druid has lots of ways to handle the board. But then again, swipe might have had similar effect if the Mind Games gave him a creature that had low health. It's really hard to say. Alright, let's see what he can get from the Mind Games. Raid Leader, not the best card. I believe his Battle Cry effect... Oh no, okay, it's not a Battle Cry, it's a permanent +1 attack as long as he has other minions in play. So let's see if he can get another minion in play. He could play the King Mukla, but it's going to buff up his... it's going to give him 2 bananas, so that's probably not the right play. Alright, so he is going to go into Shadow Form, which turns his hero power. Instead of healing 2 damage, lets him deal 2 direct damage, which he used to attack the Cult Master up there. That's why he's at 2 health. Alright, 3 2/2 Treants with Charge. Wow. These are great cards. Great cards. Oh wow, this looks like it could be game. Yeah, that's game. Look at all that damage. 4, 8, 12, 17. Did I do that right? Yeah, 4, 8, 12, 17. Yeah, 17 damage. And the Priest goes down. Alright, well, he, it was an exciting match, but it wasn't too exciting for the Priest. We didn't really get to see the Priest's synergy. We more saw the Druid's synergy in that game. And I do believe they're playing someone else internally at Blizzard. And they make the joke that they could be watching the stream. I highly doubt that. But the Druid deck is definitely a good deck. The Priest deck seems okay, but he just got off to a really rough start. He needed to get more, he needed to get aggressive earlier, or he needed to play more defensive earlier, and he just didn't get the right cards. The Priest, by the time that he got rolling, it was already too late. He might not have lost that game, but look at all that damage. 17 damage in 1 turn, that's a lot of damage. And that's because the Druid had card advantage. Look at all the cards he had. He was able to summon Treants, you know, buff them up, and just swing for a huge amount. So, fortunately for the Priest, spelled defeat. So, alright you guys, I'll try to have another video up soon. I know you guys have probably already watched the Blizzard official shoutcast of those other matches, but they are really good matches, and I do want to talk to you guys about them. So, leave some comments, subscribe, and I will see you guys soon. Take care. Time to hearth out.